Afternoon, Andrew. What would you like me to do? Would you like a feed?
Please.
Please? Okay, then I'll make you one up, Andrew. You ready, Andrew?
Andrew has motor neuron disease and he uses what we call an integrated system, and in his case it includes access to a communication device, environmental control and powered mobility, and he can control all of those through a single foot operated switch.
Where you been this morning?
Where haven't I been?
He's communicating using a Windows computer and the switch is connected to that computer. He presses the switch to initiate movement or initiate scanning of the individual letters or stored phrases that are on that device. And on his particular communication set, it's a mobile phone style method of text input.
Perhaps where the holes go out.
Yeah, we can do that.
Where will you go?
We won't go far. It's maybe to local shops. There's a Morrison's not too far away from here.
Yeah.
Or Blockbuster, or just out for a walk.
I think it's like Morrison's or any other places you go. Do you use your device to communicate with people in there?
Yes, but Kevin explains.
It's quite typical that some people won't be completely reliant on using their communication device to communicate, and this particularly comes into play with people who know that person well, where a certain type of gesture may be recognised by the communication partner who knows that person well.
Main frustration is people not wait for answer them and move on in the conversation.
Because he can communicate his preferences, he's been able to have an influence on how his communication pages are organised. He's been able to guide us on his switch positioning. He's been able to just comment, if I ask him, have I got that right, Andrew? He's able to say, and he has done, just say spot on. And that's great. Sometimes you can't always get that confirmation from someone that you've got it right.
Can you do tanks later this afternoon, please?
Feed them as usual, yeah? Okay.
Ice cold water, please.
When I'm at his home, there's a variety of people there. Sometimes he's communicating with his carer, so he's able to indicate whether he wants a drink or whatever he needs from his carer. He's able to communicate with his partner. He's able to communicate with other health service other nurses who are visiting to give his medication. He's able to communicate with a wide variety of people.
Well, says I'm doing another job somewhere. I mean, I do a lot of cleaning around for Andrew and doing bits and bobs around the house. Now, if I'm somewhere else, Andrew can let me know through that speaker. Say I'm washing pots and Andrew's in, he's wanting me to do something. He can actually say it through the speaker, so he can get me attention. We're using that device. And when we go shopping, instead of explaining everything, he can more or less point to what he needs, and then do like a shortened version of what he needs, as opposed to writing a whole sentence out. So yeah, it's a good thing to have for him.
We'll be lost without it. Enable enables me to be involved in conversations.
One of the benefits of being able to enable communication for someone is that it can potentially allow them to regain some control over various aspects of their life. So it could be that it helps with them making financial arrangements, arrangements around how the family operates. You know, it could be the practicalities of schooling and education for their children. It could be around planning for later in life. You know, the things that many of us take for granted day to day. By being able to re-enable communication, it can allow people to take some independence back and be able to conduct their own affairs.
They were 2-1. Real Madrid winning.